My boyfriend of 3 years cheated on me with my best friend on our holiday trip and I don't know what to do. I am K to 22F and my boyfriend, which I will call James, is a 24M and we have been together since 2021. We live in an apartment together and live very close to my best friend whom I'll call Amy. James convinced me not to go to the college I wanted to learn at because he didn't want to move away from family, but I loved him so I understood. Amy was also telling me to stay because she didn't want to lose me and that she would be so lonely without me, and that broke my heart because we have been friends since 2nd grade. But anyway, me, James, Amy, and the other people in our friend group, which I'll call Mark, Evan, and Lisa, all went on a trip together to celebrate Christmas, so we got an Airbnb to stay at for our week-long trip. We were talking about who should share rooms, and there were like 3 rooms, so Mark and Lisa said they were gonna share because they were together. And then Amy said she and James could share because she wakes up early and so does he, so I can get some nice sleep, and I literally gasped because what, like, James is my boyfriend, why does she think she can sleep in the same bed as him? I don't know if it makes me seem insecure, but it rubbed me the wrong way. James said it wasn't a bad idea because he wanted to wake up early to go on walks and that he hated waking me up. I was just shocked that my boyfriend didn't want to sleep with me just because he woke up early, and when we were just at home I woke up early with him. I found it weird but said, no, James is my boyfriend so me and him will be sharing a room. Thanks for trying to be thoughtful though. Lisa giggled because she later told me that she found it weird that Amy would even try to share a room with James, and both Evan and Mark just found it really odd. When we did go to the coast, though, they started acting even more suspicious, and Amy wore this really revealing dress to dinner and asked James how it looked, and he said that it was really pretty. I took my boyfriend aside and started saying things like, why are you acting so weird, and why are you letting her flirt? He just said I was being silly and overthinking it and that they were just being funny. But other things they did that made me think they were doing sneaky shit was that she would also be super close to him and tried to hold his hand when we walked, and she was asking him for help putting on a top, and it made me so uncomfortable. One day we were all supposed to be going to a bar, but Amy and James said they were just going to stay because they both felt sick, which just made me feel like something was going to happen while I was gone. But me and Evan, Mark, and Lisa had a good time, but I went to the Airbnb early because I had a bad rash and it hurt like hell, but when I walked to the door it was locked, but I just went to the back door since I thought we probably just locked the front door when we were leaving. But I went in and I heard my boyfriend and Amy upstairs, and I knew they were doing each other, so I just waited outside the door and listened because I was too scared to walk in. Eventually, they finished and got in the shower together, but they didn't leave the room because there was a bathroom connected to the room me and my boyfriend were sharing. I was so upset and I went outside and just cried, but I went to some burger place and waited until all of my friends went back. I returned to the Airbnb and my boyfriend tried kissing me and saying that he missed me, but I just had this hurting feeling in my chest and couldn't look him or Amy in the eye for the rest of the trip. We just went back home last week and I've been distant to him. He has been asking me why I'm acting so weird, but I have been too afraid to tell him or anyone else that I knew what happened. I have been thinking of things to do, and I know that he has an iPad and the iPad connects to his messages so I could check that soon, but I have just been so hurt and lost